laptops today, especially Windows laptops, are actually in a really, really weird place. And I think it's worth talking about. So a couple of things I want to mention right off the top. Yes, this is a new studio. I have moved locations. Moving always kind of sucks. It's arguably one of the most stressful things that people can do. I'm happy to say that I'm finally situated. I'm here. So all I have to do now is just basically spend time editing and recording and all that kind of stuff. And I'm happy about that. I'm happy that I'm finally in the space that I can finally start getting work done. So a couple of months ago, I was going to buy myself a new Google Chromebook. Problem is with Chromebooks is that they're usually kind of cheap and flimsy, and that's okay. That kind of goes with the price. You're getting something that's not as expensive. You don't expect it to be world class. No one's expecting a unibody, MacBook style Chromebook. And then I started scrolling through what Google is offering with their Pixelbook. I believe it's a Slate or it's a Pixelbook Go. It's got a really nice rigid end on the very bottom. It's really nice, it feels really premium, and then you look at the price tag. And I think, I'm not sure, the M3 one is at least $650 or something crazy like that. It just seemed absolutely ridiculous to consider buying a Chromebook. It's not to say that there are not phenomenal machines, because for what they do, they are very, very good machines. But it just seems that it's a little bit egregious for how much it costs versus how much it actually does. So I decided I'm just gonna forego all that. I'm just gonna buy myself a laptop, either a Mac OS laptop or a Windows laptop, and at least that way I'll have the opportunity to not just do some video recording, or rather not just to do some web surfing, but also some video editing, so maybe light stuff, here and there. I stumbled upon a couple of different options. I loved what Dell was offering with the Dell XPS 9300, and I was also considering the MacBook Pro. Both excellent machines, but there is a giant premium for two reasons. One is the ultra body slim notebook style, the chassis. So it's lightweight, it's thin, super nice, unibody feel. And then the other aspect of it is also the price that comes with that Intel chip. Intel for the very, very long time has been dominating the market, especially when it comes to laptop stuff. Now, what Windows has been offering for the last few years has been woefully mediocre. But in the last, I say a couple of months, perhaps even up to a year, Dell and other companies such as Razer have really, really caught up. They've really pushed the envelope forward with Windows machines. With that being said, I was a little bit relieved to know that the 9300 is an excellent option. However, then I started going a little bit deeper. Then I started seeing what AMD Ryzen was doing with their laptops, and it was just blowing Intel out of the water. The problem was there was no premium Ryzen laptop device on the market. Now, there were some really nice ones. I'd not say that there aren't some really decent options. There were, but there was always something that was lacking. Either the display was 250 nits, or the laptop only was gimped with 8 gigabytes of RAM soldered. It's frustrating. Those are frustrating things. Enter this bad boy here. This here is the Lenovo Thinkpad X13, based off of, I believe, their Thinkpad X1 machines. Finally, Lenovo had the bright idea to put a Ryzen chip with customizable screen as well as soldered RAM. So you can choose whether you want 16 gigs of RAM or 32 gigs of RAM. And I've been excited about opening this up, and I really, really want to open this up, so I'm finally going to do that now with you guys here. A couple of things I wanted to mention. This was not delivered to me, it was delivered to the UPS center. I bought this with my own money. I just want to make that very clear. This was delivered to the UPS drop center for me to pick up. Now, I understand that it's delivered to the UPS drop center and not put in a random doorstep or right in front of my building or whatever it is, but it makes me a little bit uncomfortable that Lenovo decided to essentially write ThinkPad on the box, write Lenovo on the box, and put the entire specs of everything that's on the laptop on the side of the box. This is not particularly smart. Oh, and check this out. You guys hear that? That right there? That's the sound of confidence. No, not really. I hope nothing is damaged. I want to get into this. So I've got this camera going, and I've got this one. So this should be fun and it should be interesting. So let's check this out. I forgot to cover up my address. So I'm gonna take it out of the box. We'll see. I can't put the box flat down. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's see. Looks like we found what was shaking. Alright, here it is. I'll take this out of the cover in just a moment. Let's see what's in here very quickly. No, that's exactly what I thought it was. It's just a USB-C charger. That's cool. Put that aside for a second. Let's look at this laptop. So this was the X13 Thinkpad. I believe it's 13-inch or something like that. Security seal has now been ripped. Alright, I mean, it looks nice. It's not, let's be honest. Okay, so I bought the Flex 5 off of Amazon, the one that was $5.99. Excellent deal. I had my own gripes about it. First and foremost, that 250-nit screen was abysmal. It was really, really hard to use. And also, the fan would just constantly run. It was not very audible. However, it was just annoying to know that it was constantly hissing in the background. I really hope that's not the same problem in here. And I could tell right away, I don't know if you guys can tell on this camera, right up top over here, but my fingerprint kind of stays on the top lid. Not the end of the world, but not really a fan of it either. So, doesn't open in one hand. I hate that. Whatever. I'm gonna flip it open. And I can confidently say that I'm happy that at the very least the stickers are at least straight and not sideways that they were with my last the Lenovo Flex that I had gotten. So this is pretty much it. It looks nice. The keyboard is super nice and tactile and clicky. It's nice to see. Now this one actually I got with the fingerprint scanner. Now some of you guys are actually wondering what are the specs that I ended up getting. I picked the highest Ryzen, the highest core Ryzen processor, the 8-core, 16-thread Ryzen's. I believe it's the 4750U is what it is. I also got this with the fingerprint scanner. I got it with the 500-nit screen. I got it with 16 gigs of RAM. I was trying to get the 32, but they were out. And I only got it with 128 gigabytes of hard drive space because for some reason Lenovo charges literally a kidney and a pint of virgin blood to upgrade it to 512 or 1 terabyte. Not sure why. Anyways, so I am happy to say that this is, it feels nicely built. It feels like this is a rugged laptop. This is not something that I'm going to be needing to baby around all the time. I mean, I really hate when I get technology like that, where it's like, it's brand new and you just got it and it's like, it feels like you can't afford to get any scratches or you can't like manhandle it, so to speak. So I'm glad that this feels premium. It feels like this can take something of a beating. I can tell you right now that at least I'm happy to say like the trackpad seems nice and I guess flush. It's a little bit clicky. I don't know if you guys can hear that. But it feels decent. It feels nice. I think it's dead, unfortunately. I think you have to plug it in and charge it. Makes sense. I also got a fingerprint scanner. Once again, I mentioned the 500-nit screen, which is really, really nice. I can't wait to use it. And I'm not sure, is that... Oh, sweet. There's actually I believe this is a privacy guard with the webcam, which is nice to see. It's not very often that gets put into these laptops, but it's nice to see. Let's flip it over really quickly. Right on this thing. Looks like there's just one giant vent over here onto the side. Looks like that's 2 speaker grills. Looks like it's a USB Type A right over here, and I believe this is a security port. Giant fan vent, which is nice. And on this side, we've got the charger and USB Type-C. I believe this is the proprietary Lenovo connector. Looks like it's another USB and then HDMI out. Headphone jack. It's pretty nice. And this one right here, I think this is the micro SD card slot, but I'm not 100% sure. I really, really wish that these machines came with a full-size micro SD, a full-size SD card slot. That would have been incredible because I can just take the SD card out of the camera and then plug it right in and I'm good to go. Goes down flat, more or less, pretty much like that. Looks nice. Really wish this thing would turn on so we can play with it, but hey, whatever. You know what? Let me see if I can just plug it in right now and see what happens. So when it comes to that Ryzen laptop, right now it is charging. I've put it on the charger and I'm going to let it charge all the way through before I start using it. I'm excited about it. I want it to be the machine that I've been waiting for. Something that's a premium Ryzen laptop, wasn't too expensive, hits all the key points, you know, great screen, great processor, decent amount of RAM, and ideally something that has both a weight that's portable, has a little bit of mobility to it. It's not too heavy. You can carry it around. It's not a gaming laptop by any means, nor was I looking for it to be. And also something that's going to stand the test of time. You know, that's a big deal. I want to, you know, when you drop money, you want to be able to use that laptop for another year, 2, 3 years at the very least. So I'm happy to see that it feels like it's a premium laptop. I'm excited to finally be using it. I'm going to put it through its paces. I'm going to put a review up for the entire machine. Within the next week or so, I'm going to be using it and I'm going to be exporting on Adobe Premiere, and I'm excited to see what Cinebench scores and, you know, just using the laptop is going to feel like. I definitely am looking for something that is going to sort of blow me away. I know that sounds kind of silly, especially when it comes to a laptop, but it's something that you want your laptops to feel premium. You want them to be machines that are going to stand the test of time. I know I've used that phrase before, I'm going to say it again. And it's something that was not given to me. It wasn't donated. It wasn't given to me by Lenovo. It's something that I bought. And generally speaking, when you spend your own money on things, you want to make sure that you're getting the best value for what they are. You want to make sure that you're getting your dollar's worth. So I'm really hoping that it works out. I'm hoping that it's the machine that I want it to be. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. It really means a lot to me. My name is Rajiv, and it means a lot to me if you guys can like, subscribe. It really helps smaller YouTubers like myself when you do things like that. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate it. See you guys in the next one.